Welcome to part 2 of installing the floors in our 2021 Volkswagen Crafter. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll make sure that I've linked it up above for you ready to go. But we're Megan and Darryl, a couple from New Zealand who are converting a camper slowly and surely in our backyard.
Alright, so we've got all the insulation board on the floor now. So we've got this foil tape. It is got a backing to it, so I have to peel it away first. So what I'm thinking, I might just roll it out, measure it to length and then cut it, and might need Megan just to give me a hand to I guess hold it while we put it down in place. And I'll just measure it out and see how much you need to cut.
What, a third of the way through? And we've used 2 tapes.
Yeah, but I've used some big rolls.
Yeah, but also these only need 1 piece, whereas these all need 4. And they're smaller. Yeah, true.
So I've got this little spot here that I just want to cover up, mostly because of the cargo port there. So I've just got this little piece of timber that I want to put in there. It's got to cut as you can see, just to cut it down a little bit. So getting the old Mr. Tape measure. Looks so I have to cut to 150 mil. Easy, nice. Alright, let's go to the drop saw. Right, now just to kind of strengthen this up while it goes in there, I'm just going to get the pocket jig, and I'm going to go from the top, maybe one to go into the main side of the floor and then another one into there, just so we've got 2 points of contact, and it should make it nice and strong. Of course, having the drill kind of helps. Alright, originally I thought of only doing 1 on each end, but I think I want a bit of strength in here, so I'm just going to do 2. Alright, so I want to pretty much put that in there. Yeah, it's a good spot. Yeah, cool. Right, next job we've got to do is I'm going to scribe out that corner. Just want to explain just a couple of little things I want to do. There's some templating that I need to do inside the van. I tried to do a little bit yesterday, but I wasn't really succeeding. So what I've thought about here is just getting a little scriber thing, just creating. So I'm just going to create an arrow so to see where on the line I'm going to go, and then I've also created just a hole in here where the pen's going to go, but the clamp's hiding it at the moment. So I'm just going to get the multi-tool and just cut that there, and then I should have a nice little scribe it and use inside the van. Alright, okay, so here's my little scriber that I've got. There's the hole there now, so just by following the line, see, create a little line there. Okay, hopefully this will work. I'm just trying to template this area here. I've tried to do it a couple of days, but it's actually starting to get to me, but I think I've found a way. I'm going to try and measure up the distance here so I can put this block here and here, so then I can accurately scribe the area until I get to the end. we go. Plan is these are going to be on the back of the van, just beyond where we've done the floor. This is the very last piece of used a template just to scribe this line that I need to cut, and I've got two pieces. One's going, for the left and right hand side.
Oh, let's have a look. Very nice. This one doesn't seem as unslotty.
Yeah, they'll work.
What did it push it in?
That's where I want it. Alright, so here we go. We've just got these two pieces, that one there and that one there. It's going to screw in. As you can see, I've got pocket hole jigs already cut into them. So I'm just going to get some normal nails and put it onto the back, and then use these screws. Got the old hand crank if I need it, but if it works, I'll use the power drill as well.
Alright, all the prep work is done. We're finally ready to start cutting our template. So we've moved over to our official cutting station, which is the maple tree.
Yes,
right.
and seats, or bench, whatever you want to call it.
So we need this piece to be 1800, and then we'll put the template that Darryl's worked on top of it. So we're just going to measure and cut off this remainder part. This is 3/4 inch ply. It's the thickest plywood we're going to put anywhere. Everything else will be, so this is 12 mil, yeah. And then we're going to use 9 mil and 6 mil ply in other places in the van, but we just decided to go that little bit thicker because it's the floor and it matters.
What'd you do?
For some reason, I didn't think it was going to fall. Alright, slide it in. Now, does it go like a glove? Oh, I'm so thrilled. Look how nicely it sits. And it's right where we wanted it on this joint, isn't it?
Yeah, it's spot on. Oh, okay.
It was at this point we realised we potentially had inbuilt jandal storage. Not everything fits perfectly, so we just had to take a little notch out to get around this rib.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice and snug. Oh, lovely!
Yeah, baby.
We're so excited. This is good. We've got 2 panels of floor down for the last, I don't know, month or so. Apart until we got the insulation down, we've been walking across ridges. It's been uncomfortable to crawl around. So this is so cool. It's solid. Got the little cutout there for the, where is it? There. Cutout there for the kitchen, where that's going to come out. Starts to feel real, doesn't it?
Well, it's always been real, but yeah, next part is obviously the 2 boards to go here, get around the wheel wells, which is going to be the next fun part.
We might call it a night here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on this in the afternoon, and in our matching Mr. and Mrs. Campervan t-shirts. Thank you, Sarah. And we'll pick you up again in the morning once we are ready to do those next 2 pieces. Good morning. We're picking up again on a Saturday morning with the floors. I'm just going to glue these offcuts of ply together to make a little support for where the kitchen floor comes out over the step. So we thought, rather than going and buying new wood, we'd be industrious and recycle. So all I'm doing here is I've just cut these boards down They're bigger than I need them to be, but that's all good, and Darryl helped me with that cutting. And I'm just going to glue them together, clamp them, let them dry, so essentially they make a solid piece of board that's 36mm thick, so just under, about an inch and a half if you're that way inclined. And then we'll cut them to size and put them under there so that the kitchen has something to lean on. Greetings from under the maple tree. We are just cutting the third piece of the flooring, so the substructure for the floor and apply. Darryl's made this template, so this is one of the wheel wells, and that's the other wheel well. Oh, that's the other wheel well over there. And then we've cut it down to size. Now it's time to jigsaw. Yep, kinda. One piece to go. Okay, just a wee update on the support pieces that I'm making to go underneath the kitchen where the step of the ban is naturally. So we've done some measuring. These are our very rough measurements, but it needs to be 234 long, 86 wide, and then it steps in, so we'll figure out the stepping in and all that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the pieces that I've sandwiched together and cut them on the drop saw. Cool, so just here on the drop saw, if you can just look in here, Darryl, just bring you in nice and close. Yeah, that's it, like super close, Des. So you'll see I've just ruled a line with the set square, and I'm just going to cut just to the left of that is where the laser needs to be, which will give me one straight edge here, and then I've got another straight edge here. Okay, let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little trusty jigsaw and just cut out the piece that steps onto the stairs. So this will just sit under here like that.
Alright, so after all this work that we've done here to template the floors, it's time to screw them all down. Just a couple of places. I'm just going to put some no more nails down first, just in this little bit in here, and then also where Megan's made her little pieces to go right in here before we put them down. So without I guess any ado, let's get on to this.
Remember why? It's the same as before. It's because this doesn't have anything to support it underneath. Stop! Why don't I get some wood to put under here, some of the little shimmy bits. It's a little countersink action first. Clean, clean, clean. Oh yeah, that's so good, babe. Joys of being meticulous, right?
No, blessing isn't a curse.
I think that's it, hun. I think that's that one all marked out. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. Alright, so I think we're pretty much going to be finished for the evening now. We've got 2 boards screwed down, these 2. So I guess first thing in the morning, I guess we'll finish the 3rd and the 4th. And yeah, and I guess that'll be the floor done.
Good Sunday morning. It is day something or other of installing the floors, but today is going to be our last day. We're absolutely confident. Hey?
Yes, we've just got just 2 more boards to go, but just a little I don't know, hack, I guess, maybe.
Hack or an advancement of our process.
Yeah,
maybe.
something to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Is that prior to drilling down, is that I kind of countersink it just a little bit, just the head. Even though the screws are self-tapping countersink heads, I just felt that this here just gives a bit of an advantage getting it all the way down home. So,
and then we've figured out that the process is really fast if Darryl goes around with the driver with the self-tapping conical step drill thingy, and then I follow behind with this. To be fair, I actually follow first off with the vacuum cleaner, cleaning it up so that we're not screwing little particles in. So we think we'll probably finish this job, famous last words, pretty early. Yeah, because just this next one.
Next board's going to be a bit of an adventure, just because there's a couple of angles that
we're just going to have to Tetris it in. Yeah. It'll be alright. Alright, so here's our last piece, and it is somehow the most complicated because of these angles here.
It's not really those angles there, but the van itself tapers up above this in.
Yeah, so we've got to angle it in.
Now, I think we need to
come here. Yeah, we'll do.
Yes.
So you need to be... Yeah.
Still lying it down.
I am lying it down. I think you'd be better to be here with me. I need you here, not there, because... Hang on. It's actually stuck here.
Yeah. What, with my feet, or...?
Yeah, with your feet, I think. Go. This floor is not going anywhere. Not bad at all.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, there you go. Move it all.
Well, no, and that was the intention of making it so tight, is that it would be so snug it will never, ever move. But just look how nicely you've got the back edges there.
Yeah.
Happy? I'm really happy, hun. This is awesome. When Darryl and I were installing the battens, we put little marks on the wall, Darryl's idea, so that we knew exactly where the floor battens were. So, like just here, we know that there's one, and over there, we can see where the floor battens are, just right here. However, what we now have to do, oh, there's a mark there, is just roll these up. These floors.
Yay! We've finally finished the floor. It's taken 2 weekends. That was including the battens to surround the insulation.
Not just 2 weekends, 2 weekends, evenings. Like, this has been a big job.
Yeah, it's taken a little while, a little bit longer than what I initially expected, but
I think that's true of everything that we're doing.
yeah. But it's done. Not 100% perfect, but definitely I think above what I guess my original expectations were. So where we're at, I'm pretty pleased.
I'm really pleased. I think for me it feels like this is the beginning of the van conversion. Like a lot of the stuff we've done so far, we'll see the benefit of later, like the ceiling fans.
The windows.
The windows. But like if you look out here, it's just this big lovely open space, and now I can start to imagine where our bed's going to be. Essentially we're sitting underneath it, and just kind of how it's going to work for us, which is super cool. It has been a mission. and this is just the first of many missions. Next week's mission...
It's the third of many missions.
It is the third of many missions, yeah. Next week's mission, what we're going to be doing, fingers crossed, is moving on with the wiring. So we have hooked ourselves up with an auto electrician, which is one of the things you have to do here in New Zealand, is have stuff signed off by an expert. They wouldn't just let rookies like us do it.
The direct current side of things, I think you more or less can, but the alternating current side of things, you definitely need boxes ticked for that to be done. More for when you connect into like a power site at a campground or something.
Yeah, the last thing we want is for this to catch fire. So
or cause an issue down the grid.
Yeah. So we've got a consultant coming to work with us to help us to figure out what we need, and then fingers crossed that's next weekend's job. It's getting on with putting the wiring in. So if you've been enjoying our videos, the trials and tribulations that we're sharing pretty honestly, please do make sure that you are following along the Peterson Odyssey. Just hit the subscribe down below.
Thumbs up.
Give us a like, for this video, and if you want to flick us a comment, suggestions of things we could do to improve, we're really open to that. Or if you've got questions about what we did, materials that we've used, all of that's in the description as well.
I'm also kind of curious as well, where in the world are you guys watching us from? Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so hit us up with a comment. Gives us something else to do apart from building the van. And we look forward to catching you all next week.
Thanks.
See ya.